So, good morning. I am Lakshmi Pataya MG, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Madhugiri, Tumkur District, Karnataka State. My title is Financial Accounting 2. I am now covering session number 38. The topic is conversion of single entry into double entry system, under which session I am preparation of trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet in the double entry system of bookkeeping. So before we starting the problem, first we discuss some theoretical background. So conversion of single entry system into double entry system. We are using conversion method. So dear students, books are maintained under single entry system may be converted into double entry system. So conversion depends upon the manner in which books are maintained under single entry system. So single entry system does not provide all the required informations which are required to prepare a trading and P&L account and final accounts of a business. Therefore, when the firm decides to convert its books of accounts single entry to double entry system, it is necessary to find out all the missing information required. The steps of conversion which is required to prepare trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet under double entry system. In this conversion of single entry system into double entry system, we have two steps. One is ascertaining missing information. Under this, the following are the process are of ascertaining the missing information, that is preparation of opening statement of affairs and preparation of memorandum bills receivable account, preparation of memorandum bills payable account, preparation of total debtors account, preparation of total creditors account, preparation of memorandum cash book and bank book, preparation of memorandum trading account, preparation of memorandum profit and loss account. These are this process of ascertaining the missing information. And the next step is preparing final accounts under double entry system. So on that basis, we are discussing the second steps, that is preparing final accounts under double entry system. What are the final accounts? That is trading and profit and loss account, trading account and profit and loss account, and balance sheet is the final accounts we are preparing at the end of the every year. So I am taking problem number 1 for discussing. So Sahukar, who keeps his books by single entry, gives the following information for the year ending 31/3/2021. So summary of cash book is given, receipts amount, payments amount. In receipt side, to balance at bank 21,750, to sundry debtors 1,92,000, to bills receivable realized 60,000, to commission received 7,500, to cash sales 43,000, to balance carry down bank overdraft 16,750. Come to the payment side, by Sahukar's drawings 37,600, by creditors 1,35,000, by bills payable 46,500, by wages 60,000, by salaries 32,500, by rent and tax 22,000, by insurance 4,000, by carriage 1,250, by advertising 1,650. The total is 3,41,000 is the total. So particulars of the other assets and liabilities are given on 1/4/2020, on 31/3/2021. So stock on hand 93,500, 1,17,000. Debtor 60,000, 70,000. Creditors 45,000, 7,500. Bills receivable 20,000, 25,000. Bills payable 5,000, 1,000. Furniture 3,000, 3,000. Building 60,000, 60,000. A provision of rupees 7,250 is required for doubtful debts and depreciation at 5% is to be written off on building and furniture. Rupees 15,000 is outstanding for wages and rupees 6,000 for salaries. Insurance has been prepaid to extent of rupees 1,250. Legal expenses are outstanding to the extent of rupees 3,500. So prepare trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet as on 31/3/2021. So these are the informations we are providing. So based on this information, we are solving this problem. So first we prepare opening statement of affairs on 1/4/2020, because in this problem opening capital is not given. So therefore we first prepare step number A, that is missing information. We have to find out the missing information. So how do you find out the opening capital? By entering all liabilities to liability side and all assets to asset side. The difference is assets are more, total of assets are more than total liabilities, then the difference is called opening capital. Okay, we entering sundry creditors on liability side 45,000. We are entering bills payable on liability side 5,000. Coming to asset side, cash at bank 21,750. Stock on hand 93,500. Sundry debtor 60,000. Bills receivable 20,000. Furniture 3,000. Building 60,000. The total is 2,58,250. The difference is 2,08,250 is the balancing figure. We call it opening capital. Next, we prepare bills receivable account. So bills receivable account, first debit the balance brought down 20,000 and credit by cash account, that is cash received against bills 60,000 and by balance carried on 25,000. So what purpose we prepare bills receivable account? To find out or ascertain the debtors or bills receivable received from debtors is the balancing figure, that is 65,000. So total 85,000. Next, we prepare total debtors account. First we entering opening balance on debit side to balance brought down 60,000 by crediting cash account, that is cash received from debtors 1,92,000 By bills receivable 65,000, that is BR received from debtors, and by balance carried down 70,000, the total is 3,27,000. So 3,27,000 is the credit side total. The difference is called 2,67,000 is treated as credit sales. Dear student, what is the intention or what is the objective of preparing this total debtors account? To find out the credit sales. Next we prepare bills payable account. Bills payable account is a liability by first be brought down by balance brought down 5,000, and debit side to cash account, that is cash paid against bills receivable account, to balance carry down 1,000. So 46,500 and 1,000 is 47,500. The difference on debit, the debit side total is more than the credit side total. The difference is called 42,500 is the bills issued to creditors. That amount is debited to total creditors account. Next, we prepare total creditors account, that is by balance brought down 45,000. Come to the debit side to bills payable account, that is BP issued to creditors 42,500. To cash account, that is cash paid against bills 1,35,500. To balance carry down 7,500. The debit side total is more 1,85,500, and the difference is called 1,40,500 is the credit sales. So credit purchases. What purpose we prepare total creditors account? To find out the credit purchases. What purpose we prepare total debtors account? To find out the credit sales. Next, we prepare trading account for the year ended 31/3/2021. To opening stock, debit opening stock 93,500. To purchases 1,40,500 is debited. To wages, inner column is 60,000 because outstanding amount is 15,000, so we have to add total 75,000. To wages 1,000, to carriages 1,250, and by sales, that is two types of sale. One is credit sales 2,67,000 and cash sales 43,000, that is 3,10,000. By closing stock 1,17,000. So total is 4,27,000. 4,27,000 is the credit side more than debit side. The difference is called gross profit 1,16,750. 1,16,750 is the gross profit. Next, we prepare profit and loss account for the year ended 31/3/2021. So we are debiting one by one. These are the indirect expenses. To salary 32,500, add outstanding salary 6,000, 38,500. To rent and tax 22,000, to outstanding expenses 3,500, to insurance 4,000, less prepaid 1,250, the total is 2,750. To advertising 1,650, to provision for bad debts 7,250, to provision for bad debts 1,150, to provision for doubtful debts 150, to depreciation on furniture, that is 5% on 3,000, that is that is depreciation on furniture is 3,000 into 5%, that is 150. Just amount is ups and downs, so you adjust first. I am once again repeat: salary 32,500, add outstanding 38,500, rent and tax 22,000, outstanding legal expenses 3,500, insurance 4,000, less prepaid 1,250, total is 2,750, to advertising 1,650, to provision for bad debt 7,250, to depreciation on furniture 150, to depreciation on building 3,000, and credit side by gross profit brought down 1,16,750, by commission received 7,500, the total is 1,24,250. In debit side we entering mistake 1,24,250. So 1,24,250 is the total, but wrongly enter 18,150. That is the net. Net profit transferred to capital account 45,450. That is 45,450 is the total net profit. So, and lastly we prepare balance sheet as on 31/3/2021. So sundry creditors entering on liability side 7,500, bills payable 1,000, bank overdraft 16,750. So opening capital 2,08,250, add net profit 45,450. So we get 2,53,700, less drawings 37,600. The total is 2,16,100. So outstanding wages 15,000, outstanding salary 6,000, outstanding legal expenses 3,500. Come to an asset side. Stock on hand 1,17,000, sundry debtors 70,000, less provision 7,250, that is 62,750. Bills receivable is 25,000, insurance prepaid is 1,250. So furniture is 3,000, less depreciation 150, so 2,850. So building 60,000, less depreciation 3,000, 57,000. So total asset side is 2,65,850. Even liabilities total also 2,65,850. So try yourself. Mr. Mayur keeps his books under single entry system. From the following data, prepare trading profit and loss account for the year ended 31/3/2016 together with balance sheet as on that date. So first we know the summary of cash book. Receipt side, receipt from debtors 2,50,000, cash sales 1,50,000. Payment side by cash 40,000, by purchases 1,000, by interest charges 20,000, by personal withdrawals 1,50,000, by creditors 85,000, by staff salary 79,000, by sundry expenses. By sundry expenses 79,000, by balance carried on 25,000, the total is 4 lakh. Further details are available on 1/4/2018 and 31/3/2019. So stock on hand 90,000, 1,02,200, debtors 2,20,000, 3 lakh, creditors 80,000, 55,000, furniture 10,000, 10,000, premises 1,50,000, 1,50,000. The provide interest on opening capital at 5%, provide rupees 6,000 for doubtful debts and 5% depreciation on fixed assets. So these are the references. Thank you.